right, you join me down the syndicate down here at East Swan Valley. I've come from here live before for Stinky. What we want to do is, we're getting quite a few questions asked about a few different aspects of obviously Stinky stuff and what it does, where it comes from and things like that. So I want to try and clear up a few of those things and hopefully potentially have some fish on this sort of 48-hour session I'm on. Keep looking out because there's loads of fish showing out in the area, and that sort of brings me on nicely to the first point of Stinky stuff. The thing with Stinky stuff is, people seem to think that if you spray it on, it's going to attract fish from 500 miles around the lake. That doesn't ever happen. Nothing happens like that. No bait in the world or anything that you can put on a bait would ever do that for you. But what Stinky stuff does do is attracts fish within the area. So I've got fish out in front of me. They are up on the surface. It is a warm day, so I'm fishing Zigs. And so we've been through Zigs. I'm not going to stand here and show you how to spray a Zig. It's teaching people how to suck eggs. It's boosting up a Zig. The beautiful thing with that is, I say, with my Zig fishing, which I absolutely love, and especially on here, it seems to be doing the trick at the moment, is sort of mix matching my boosts, if you like. So my foam for my Zig always sits in a mix of flavour, and that's actually a flavour from my bait range, but that's besides the point. Before I put that Zig out, I'm spraying it with two different types of Stinky stuff, sweet and a savoury. So I favour the original and the bubblegum cream just for my Zigs. It's neither here nor there what one you use, but that's what I sort of get the best results with. Now the beautiful thing with that is, and that leads on to another question, is how long it lasts. I mean, I've done tests with this at tackle shops and other places around to prove just how long it lasts by spraying it on the outside wall and telling them to come back and smell it every couple of days. And I mean, it does last. I mean, that's not necessarily in a wet environment unless you're where I'm from, where it always seems to rain. But yeah, out in the water, I will quite happily cast a Zig out, start of the night, and leave it out for an indefinite amount of period. Now, I do like to move my Zigs around, and I will continue to boost them, I'm not going to kid you. But I'll quite happily leave that out for a long time. Now, with my baits that I'm using on the bottom, etc., especially here, I do like to cast them out and leave them out. I will quite happily put that on and know that if I reel in at the end of the 48 hours, that's still going to have that sort of the lighter smell, but it's definitely still there. And that's just basically because of that formula that we talk about, where it actually bonds and binds, if you like, to the product and doesn't wash away in water. It stays there, continually leaking off the attraction. There's ways to obviously boost that, and I do exactly that I've got a little special tub of hook baits where I've just sprayed it in, and that works for me. Now, that's the beauty with Stinky stuff really, is it's got a lot of different elements that you can use, a lot of different variations, and if it's not necessarily working one tactic, a quick change, you know, like you change the colour of your pop-up, sometimes changing the spray could, you know, so we're all dealing on sort of guesses, but I can certainly say I've never had any problems with it. It's certainly, I can actually watch fish coming up to areas where that is and then getting takes. So that's sort of the beauty of Stinky stuff, and instead you've all seen the leaf test. Those fish have got no reason to attack that leaf any more than the leaf that was next door to it, but that's what happened. So, I mean, overall, hopefully we'll have some fish from the session that we can show you on. But the two tactics that I'm using here at the moment is, as I said, spraying up the Zigs, but also I'm adding the original spray direct to my spot mix by spraying it all over the top of it and then leaving it, and you can smell it when you pick it up in your hands, and obviously when it's in the spawn, it actually stinks of that, which is great because I know that that's going to sit on the deck with that formulaed Stinky stuff over the top, and it's going to sort of stay attractive. So fingers crossed that'll be the rods that go off, to be honest. So the other one I have just sprayed directly onto a pop-up, and as simple as that. But what we'll do now, we'll get on with the session, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll have something to show for you. If I would have lost it, I wouldn't have said it was this big, but 31 pound, 8 ounces Zig caught fish, a Zig PB, if that's what you want to call them. But absolutely buzzing. Little black Zig, a little bit of net to nut, a little bit of the old Stinky stuff that I always put on all my Zigs. And yeah, she's ripped off. Unfortunately, I did have to go for a little bit of a swim due to the fact that she got me caught around a tree, but worth every second of the fight over my shoulders in water, getting back in. Absolutely buzzing. Right, I'm going to take some stills, slip her back, and then the session is very, very young. Happy days.